Welcome to the most forward-thinking, inspirational podcast in this reality. The show designed to challenge everything we've been taught. If you've ever felt there had to be more to life, more to existence, then you're listening to the right podcast. Time to open your mind and dive in. This is the Mental Mastery Alliance podcast.
And here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Mental Mastery Alliance podcast. Today, I think I'm going to talk a little bit about everything. That's so weird, man. They say, focus on what you want to achieve and don't focus on the negatives, because whatever you focus on becomes reality. I am very versed in this and I'm very understanding of this, and it's funny because you're like, I'm good, and then you're like, one little negative thought and you're like, I fucked it all up. But did you? Or were you focusing too hard on the thing and thus not making it a reality? In other words, were you trying to swim instead of just simply swimming? I know it sounds strange, but I know that there's a difference, and I can't seem to grasp higher energy, frequencies, more positivity, and I understand why. Because no matter what we do, or how we do what we do, we are bombarded with trash, foolishness, atrocities across the board. And sadly, even me talking about this right now has us focusing on very sad atrocities. But, and there's a big but, like a Sir Mix-a-Lot big but. And I cannot lie. You have to be able to focus on it, look at it, see it, stare it straight in the face, tell it no. And the more you do that, the more you can tell it no. And that's what's really fucking cool. That is so cool, because we sit here in this world where we're, like I said, bombarded. And we don't know how to function or focus properly to gain that higher perspective or that balance. And then there are people who have gained that balance per se. But inside the gaining of the balance, say the idea is I want to earn more money or I want to do more this or that. Once you get there, once you get to that next quote unquote tax brackets, which we're going to get into tax brackets real soon. Once you touch on this stuff, once you see this, once you get into that next tax bracket, you're like, okay, well, now I don't have this and I don't have that. And I spent so much time doing this that my wife has left me, whatever it is. So no matter where you are, what you're doing, at any station in life, there's very rarely one person who's just like, I fucking love everything here. Hey, sorry I missed you guys last week. It's been pretty crazy around these parts. Yeah, I like to get at least one a week out. I like to get some shorts out too, but it doesn't always happen. And see, even talking about that, did I just focus on a negative? Nah, I said thank you guys for being awesome. And my apologies for not fulfilling my end of the podcaster's bargain, which is simply creating for you guys. And I like it to create for you guys. So, this world has us, again, being bombarded. I just got back from the bank. And even at the bank, a joyous place where all your money is. In North America, if you don't have a bank account, you're basically a leper. There's nothing you can do. It's a system of control. I heard a guy in front of me try to pull out $10,000. I don't even think it was $10,000. I think he pulled out a lot of money. I think it was $5,700. And they needed a driver's license from him. They gave him a bunch of different questions. The other day I pulled out 3,000. And had I pulled out 2,500, it wouldn't have been an issue. But I pulled out 3. And so I got the gears. I got the gears, all right. And I thought to myself, this isn't my money. And I'm familiar with the banks. I'm familiar with the fiat currency system. I'm familiar with the fact that in Canada, if there's a crisis, they can just dip into your bank account and save the banks. Now, will any of that happen? I don't know, but I'm aware of it. And being aware of it makes me think about it when dealing with things. And if you're thinking about it, you're giving negativity your energy, your louche, some might say. And this is what's killer. So another thing too is in the same vein, when we think about this stuff, we think about I need to earn more money, and focusing on earning more money tricks us because it sounds like a positive thought, but in reality, it's understanding that we don't have enough money. So by proxy, deciding you need more money is focusing on your own lack, rather than deciding that you need to figure out how to earn at doing something you love. Right? The idea too of 9 to 5 brick and mortar building up another company, this is all going away. AI is replacing like 90% of the workforce. Which sounds terrible, but this is where it's the flip side, because if AI is replacing all the dumb shit jobs that we don't want to do, it frees us up to do something that we want to do. And now, of course, we have all these other things to think about. I can't do. I've got bills. I've got kids. I've got a rent. I've got this. I've got that. I got a mortgage. Blah, 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 blah. And now all of a sudden we're back in the downward spiral. 9 Inch Nails, Mr. Self-Destruct. Great band. Saw them live a couple weeks ago for the first time ever. Sounded fantastic. What a wonderful show. Hey, pig. Pig, pig, piggy, pig, pig, pig. Where are you? Yeah, I'm on one. This, to me, this whole focus, distraction loop is brutal, because also, what do we do when we get stressed out or bored or well, because it's an addiction now, what do we do when we have a free bloody second to our name? We pick up our iPhone or cellular telephone, which is basically a black mirror showing you deception. People think that they turn off the news and they're free of the terrible news, but it's everywhere. And it's not just the news anymore. It's social media. It's everyone with their opinions. Everyone has an opinion. Every single thing that you think you can be doing can then be turned into fear, lack, and scarcity, because there are so many people with so many opinions. And all of them are staring you in the face and sharing. And the algorithm, well, two things about the algorithm. The algorithm is you. It's the ether. The algorithm is the air that we breathe. But there's a programmed algorithm as well. So there are multiple algorithms working for and against us. But they have to. Without an opponent, the game is boring. So when we focus on our strife and our negativity, this is another amazing flipsy doodle. When you start focusing on your pain and your lack and all that sort of stuff as a positive, you've just taken its power away. When you start focusing on certain positives that are by proxy to a lack, i.e., I need more money, is proxy to I don't have enough money, that seems like a positive thought, but it's a negative result. And now you're back to that centralized weirdo energy again. When you focus on the negative, being like, these challenges are making me a better version of me, now you're getting a positive. But at some point, you're focusing on the negative, the yin to the yang. Oh, welcome to the game. Oh, we're all having so much fun. Change places. Some people are waking up. Some people aren't waking up. That was a quote from Alice in Wonderland, in case you're all wondering what I'm rambling about over here. I haven't talked to you guys in forever, so I feel like throwing some rambles out. Another fun thing, too, is this Jim Carrey thing. Do you guys, this was a buzz. All over the internet, everyone's paying attention to Jim Carrey. Right? So what does it mean? Everyone can say certain things like, oh, it's a gag. It's not a gag. It's a focal point. It's this, it's that. It's a distraction. It was Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey's dead. They cloned Jim Carrey. All these things. Jim Carrey. He's a fascinating character in all of this. Because he's one of those people that's showing you stuff, but also he's one of those people. So he's either programmed to or simply doing as he's told. But he could also come out and tell you what's what. All of these people that we, say are innocent or are victims of the cabal could just come out and say it, right? But everyone's playing a game. Like all of it's a game. And you know what they say? Humans suffer so greatly because we take so seriously that which the gods created for fun. Right? You don't go to a murder mystery dinner party and expect no one to get murdered. You don't go to an escape room and assume you can just walk out of it. Like, that's where we are right now, in my opinion. Earth, the greatest escape room going. How am I supposed to understand what I'm doing if I can't get anything done? There are so many things to be thankful for, so many things to appreciate, so many things to enjoy in this realm. And I look at this realm too much like vacation. If you guys have ever gone on vacation, I would assume most of you have. Your very first all-inclusive 7-day vacation. You get there and you're like, I've got all the time in the world. I don't have to rush around and do anything. My first merriment's here. Let's find out the lay of the land. Take our time. Then all of a sudden it's over. Damn it. And so the second time you go on vacation, you do a few things. You appreciate every single second just a little bit more. And sometimes you ask for a little bit more time. What's a 7-day when we can take a 10? Hibbity-doo. And a 10-day is perfect. I've done 2 weeks at a place, and it's a little bit much. 10 days, you get those 2 days of travel and 8 days at the resort. That's perfect. 7 days, you get those 2 days of travel and 5 days at the resort. Napa. 10 days. Have a little fun, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy yourself. You deserve it. Life's tough. So what do? In this earth realm, we don't remember our go-rounds. We do remember our go-rounds. Everybody's got a story. Reincarnation is real. Reincarnation isn't real. The 9 lives are real. The 9 essences are real. The esoteric laws are real. The Kabbalion is real. All of this stuff is real. Religion's real. Religion's not real. Satan, the devil, God, love, this, that, good, bad, yin, yang, twist, black, white, rich, poor. You see? There is a contrast to everything, which means that contrast is life. Now, back to the resort that I was talking about. If you view life the same way you view vacations, which I certainly do now, 60 to 100 years, or say 70 to 100 years, is probably the equivalent of a 7-day vacation or a 10-day vacation. Right? Because we don't know what the existential is. So we think that life is all of it. But it's not. Am I right? Maybe. Am I wrong? Maybe. Am I telling you what to think? Absolutely not. If I did tell you what to think, I'd preface it by telling you I'm telling you what to think. Because language. Even our language is a trap. You and I can only speak on a frequency or about ideas that we've been trained to speak about. So even if your vocabulary is the most extensive in the entire world, you're still limited to your vocabulary. So understanding more than we can fathom makes this fantastic. Extrapolating, putting 2 and 2 together, being a conspiracy theorist, allowing you to think for yourself, cognitive dissonance, understanding, comprehension, creating realms of belief in and within you. The very realms of belief that this realm itself has been trained to step on you for. So anything that you think that you know or you're supposed to be doing, you can get crushed. Humans around you will say, you're foolish. Where did you get your information from? Who do you think you are? That wasn't on CNN. Oh, look, the ozone layer. We are a floating ball in infinite forever space. Fuck, we've been programmed. All this shit. And repetitively programmed. You look at any news clipping anywhere, all you're going to see is repetition. Because every single news channel is owned by one of the main four people, and they're all pushing the same message. And the funniest thing is, the very same people that are busting our balls about all this shit are mocking us. Y'all watch the movie Don't Look Up? I'm telling you, it is hilarious because it's just like, you're all idiots. We're going to make a movie. We're going to fill it with celebrities. And celebrities is the equivalent of the news because it's people that you've seen all over the place that you love and trust because of repetition. This is the easiest way to brainwash anybody. Repeat yourself over and over again. That is the easiest way to brainwash anybody. Repeat yourself over and over again. That is the easiest way to brainwash anybody. Repeat yourself over and over again. Oh, you're all lucky I ran out of breath. I could have gone on forever. But I will say this. The easiest way to brainwash somebody is to repeat yourself over and over again. From every different channel, you pick a celebrity that you like and they've told you a million different things. Do you guys remember when COVID came out? All the celebrities were like, screw Trump. Where are the celebrities now barking at us? The political celebrities, they've ruined themselves. They built up this whole idea that we're supposed to believe them because we trusted them. And it's not the celebrities that did it. The celebrities, when they were barking at us, they were just playing a role. Our president is a role. Well, your president. Not my president. That's not what I'm talking about. I live in Canada. My president's a lady boy. And he's a prime minister. And he's useless. And he works for the WEF. And I'm so thankful that Scary Movie 6 is coming out and we're going to cancel culture. Because what the fuck? It got out of hand, ladies and gentlemen. But here's a fun fact. COVID started in 2019, which was 7 years ago. Are we allowed to focus on the fact that time is but an illusion? I think we are. I think we should. I think it's due. Because what the fuck? It's a memory. It's a collective memory. And it's only a collective memory based on who you talk to. Because people remember things differently, i.e. the Mandela effect. Not only the Mandela effect, but every single person under the sun remembers things differently. You can grow up with a twin sibling and have a very different childhood based on if mom stepped on a piece of Lego before she engaged with you 10 minutes before she engaged with me, your twin brother. I used to lie awake in my twin bed wondering where my brother was. Rice. An amazing little treat when you're really hungry and you want 1 million of something. There's a comedian out there doing Mitch Hedberg's now. And it's hilarious. I think, he started off just sort of like mocking Mitch Hedberg, but not mocking. What's the word? I would say impersonating, but it's that comedy is so good that carry it on. Like there are so many new Mitch Hedberg isms that can go out there. It's fantastic. Landlord said I have a 2-bedroom, but who's to tell me where my bedrooms are? My neighbor has one of my bedrooms. Excuse me, you have one of my bedrooms. This is a fantastic comedian. This world that we live in isn't what we think it is. 100% unequivocally. How does this help us? Well, understanding this means we're also not bound to the fear mechanisms that they've entrapped us in. The bank is a perfect example. That place is a hellhole. You're not in control of your money. They are. Your money's not even yours anyway. It's just a thing that we agreed upon that we're chasing. We need food, water, and money. And money it's an agreement at best, but it's also fear. If you're not happy, you're not a tree, you can move. But guess what? You're afraid to move because we've been trained to believe that we can't go anywhere, do anything, or be in control of our own lives. but we are. And the reason we don't move is because of fear. Not fear by any other means. Like nobody jumped out from behind a curtain and said, oogie boogie 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 boogie, oogie boogie boogie. Are you scared now? Oogie boogie boogie boogie. Nobody did this. And if that shit scared you, we should hang out, because that sounds like you're a fun person to hang out with. Also, if you did get scared from that, I'm sorry. Oh, you're not supposed to get scared on this podcast. Oogie boogie boogie. Just saying. I don't know what movie that's from. If you're listening to this and you know, send us an email. But it was one of my dad's favorites. I just remember him saying that when we were kids. Oogie boogie 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 boogie. So, where are we now? Well, fuck. We're all in a holding pattern. Doesn't matter how much money you have. Doesn't matter this, that, and the other thing. Because here's the trick about this. You can be broke and worrying about money, and you can be ultra rich and worrying about defending your money. Because right now, nothing is safe. There's no grand America. There's no land of the free. There is nothing but fear. If you invest in this, it could tank. The stock markets could go down. The end of fiat currency is upon us. It's been denounced. Bitcoin and crypto has been denounced as another Epstein scam. You know, Hiroshi Satoshi Mokamoshi, I can't remember the guy's name, that started the Bitcoin, the mystery man that started the Bitcoin. The mystery man that we all just simply believed in because the computers are doing math, and math is repetition, and we understand that, and now it has value. The fuck it has value. It's just another agreement. It was great in the beginning when they were moving massive amounts of money around. You could really capitalize on it. Spikes and dips and this and that and the other thing. It was a blast. But it's not real. It's not tangible. It's not anything we need to focus on. It's simply another distraction. Back to the Jim Carrey thing. Where is Jim Carrey? How come Jim Carrey himself hasn't literally put out an announcement saying, hey, you guys are all fucking weird? Because he doesn't care. Because it's not his thing. Because it's not anything. All of that shit's AI. Maybe that shit never even happened. AI is so advanced right now we don't even know. But what are we doing? We're arguing with each other about everything. Because the more we argue, the more divided we are. And the more divided we are, the less we understand that we are legit all one. I like sarcasm. I like dirty humor. I like dark humor. I like that it's coming back. I like that name calling is coming back. I like that people are getting tougher as opposed to weaker. Because if you start placating all these people, then there's nobody left. And what happens when a grouping of society is ultra weak? Hedonism. What was that? Planet 25 or Universe 25 with regards to the mice? I just did a blog post about it. Mind you, my blog posts are in the future. If you're not listening or subscribed to the blog, head over to the mentalmasteryalliance.com/blog and take a listen, because some of our stuff is pretty fun. Usually around a 2 to 3 minute read, but just educational, entermachational, chashima, eduma. It makes you think. This is shocking. Just all of this stuff. And as somebody who is doing his very best to stay above it, I realize I cannot stay above it. I realize that I am just as in it as the Nine Inch Nails song. Down in it. I was up above, flying so high I could feel up in the sky. And then something caught my eye and I watched it way too long, and now I'm down in it. Yeah. You can be on cloud 9, and when you start paying attention to the Jim Carrey things, to the Donald Trumps, to the this, to that, and it sounds terrible to me to say that, well, you don't want to watch Donald Trump blow up. It means our oil prices are, it's all a scam. It's all intentional. Trump's not a real person. Wars aren't real. I mean, they're real. They take place, but all of it's a lie. Every single thing that we think is going on, it's not. And then we watch it way too long, and now we're down in it. And now we're in their vibration, and now their vibration becomes our reality because they start the wars. They change the prices. They hold the TVs. They pump the information into your head. They own all the social media. They show you what they deem needs to be shown. And that sounds like I'm blaming somebody else. But the real shocker and rub is you are they. You are both the yin and the yang. You are the observer and the observed. You are the liberal, too. I don't want to get my vaccine. I don't want to wear a face mask in public. That's you. You created your battles. You created your world. You created everything that you have to overcome. Look very heavily into soul contracts. So there is no you. There is no me. There is only we. Because all of us are inside. All of us are inside consciousness. And the number one parable here, the number one element to this realm that makes it all work is contrast. Without contrast, nothing is different. So that's the most important factor of this entire realm is contrast. Where does it go? What does it mean? I don't know. Still working on it. I do know this, however, ladies and gentlemen. We are having some fun. We are growing. We are expanding. We are going to start a school program. So you can come in, chat with like-minded people, connect with people that are of your ilk, and have these conversations. Connect directly with me. We're going to be doing seminars in there, having one-on-ones, just generally having a lot of fun. So keep your eyes on the website for school. If you want help with anything from websites to social media to coaching, all this sort of stuff, a lot of our programs are being overhauled and revamped because the world around us is changing and we want to help more people. If you've ever wanted to work with a coach, whether it's myself or somebody in the Alliance, just shoot me a message, adam@thementalmasteryalliance.com. That's an email. Or shoot us a text, 647-338-1265. Text the number. Don't bother calling it. Unless you want to have your voice heard on the podcast, then leave a voicemail. Often what we do is we turn them all into mailbags, text messages, voicemails, and all that sort of stuff, and we just do it all that way. So send us a text. If you want your message read on the show, if you want to connect with us in any way, shape, or form, you can DM us on Facebook. If we don't reply to your DM on Facebook, please hit us up again. There are 5 inboxes, and there's a ridiculous amount of spam out there. I don't understand who these people think they are, or what the hell's going on. But we want to talk to you. If you need anything at all, reach out to us. We are here to help. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to my rambles once again. Did I give you any answers? Probably not. But what I did do is put more information into the pool of information that you're working with already. And also, it allows you to understand that you are not alone in how you think about what you think. Ladies and gentlemen, in the infamous words of Red Green, keep your stick on the ice.
We really hope you enjoyed this episode of the Mental Mastery Alliance podcast. Stay connected with us directly through the mentalmasteryalliance.com. You can also join the discussion on Instagram at instagram.com/the Mental Mastery Alliance. Let the team know you're listening by using the hashtag TMMA or tagging us at the Mental Mastery Alliance. To have your voice heard on the show, leave a voicemail or send a text to 647-338-1265. Long distance charges may apply. If you love us, leave us a review. If you hate us, you spend your time in weird ways, but also leave a review. Every review on iTunes tickles the algorithm, helping us grow. Until next time, unity over division. This concludes the most surreal portion of your day.
You got it, Pontiac.